really impressed with them colours. Look, that silver and gold, if I can just get it to catch the light.
Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now, I was recently contacted by a nice gentleman from the company called Lightwish, and they wondered if I wanted to have a try out of the acrylic markers, give them a little review and let you know what I think. So they did send me these. I didn't pay for these, they did send them to me. The shipping was really quick. It was like within 2 days of me saying yes, I'll happily do the review, thank you. It was at my house, which is incredible. If you watch my channel, then you might know that I do have some acrylic marker pens. The nib on them is really thick, so I've picked a couple of pages out that I'm gonna test these on, as well as doing some swatching, and you'll see what I mean. Like, I couldn't use them pens because the nib is way too thick. So I'm hoping, to me that looks like they're going to be sort of brush markers, which I'm curious because I've never seen brush markers in acrylic form before. Now, there is 60 colours in this, so there's 2 colours in each pen, I do believe. Just making sure my phone's on silent because I have a tendency of doing that. So let's open these up. So they did just come in, I think they came directly from Amazon actually. So they were just in a normal cardboard box. As you can see, I've not opened them. I've been tempted, but I've not opened them to have a little play with them just yet. So it does just come in cardboard box. It's quite a sturdy box though. I'll probably keep these in here actually. So let's have a look at this. So there are, oh, there's silver and gold as well. Silver, gold, and I always like a white. Really interested in the white and the black as well. So there's some really nice colours. There is some pastel tones on there. Now, I am going to be really happy and surprised if that's true, because sometimes you see these swatches and they don't actually look that colour. Oh, well, that's handy. I got myself a piece of paper. I might do a couple, I might swatch it out on here, but then I'll do a couple of testers on here before I use them on my colouring page. But yeah, they come with their own swatch chart. I'll have over here on the screen how much they are at the minute. It's a strong coverage, odorless. What it says, water-based ink, but that says acrylic marker. I am so confused. And it says it works on canvases, glass, wood, ceramic, stone, t-shirts and paper. But if it's water-based, surely you couldn't use it on t-shirts, and if you put it in the wash it'd rinse off. Well, I'm gonna have to test that with water. Yeah, we'll have to test that. So anyway, these are the pens. Quite interested in the pastel shades. This is 2 brush tip, 2 colour, suitable for paper, stone, wood, cloth, glass, etc. After use, put the pen flat. Right, so you want to store them like this. So even if you wanted to keep them in like a little container like this, it's probably not going to be a good idea. You're better off just keeping them in the container that they came in. But they feel quite nice. It is plastic, but they do feel quite nice, quite weighted. So is it the normal way of activating these? I don't think it will be, because usually you would shake the pen and then pump it down. I still will give it a shake before I use it. But let me just test it. I'm just confused because it says water-based. I mean, that's better, because then if you get it on something it'll easily come out. Ooh. I'm really pleasantly surprised. What I'm going to actually do as well is pop. It's probably not very fair to do it with Sharpie pens, but I will do. I've got a Faber-Castell, just a thin liner brush and a Sharpie. I'm just curious to see if it would cover the lines up. Because that's what I'm interested, like, I will show you the colouring pages that I've chosen, but some of it has got really thick line art and others got thin, so I'm quite curious to see if it's going to go over the top. So we'll try the lighter shade first, which is that. Still, oh, no, it's a tiny bit wet still. It almost feels actually that, like a little bit powdery, but it's dry. It is dry that nice. So let's have a see. So a couple of swipes over that. I've not done the swipes in the same place, but you're getting pretty decent coverage there. And now I'll let that dry. Yeah, and over the fine liner it completely disappears. So let's go over that again. I am super impressed so far. Super impressed. So what I'll do, I'll record myself swatching these out because it might be boring for you. I don't like swatching, so I'm assuming everybody else doesn't like swatching, but I'll swatch all these different colours out because I'm going to have to match them as well. And then I will use these on an actual colouring page and then tell you my final thoughts at the end. I will just mention now that maybe it's me being a bit silly, or I'm not too sure, but they've given us this swatch chart with all the names on, but there's no actual names on the pen. So how am I meant to know where to swatch them and what the colours are called? I mean, that doesn't really matter to me because, like I said, I was going to actually swatch them on here. And I mean, you could put stickers and put like 1, 2 and then name them up like that. But it just seems a bit silly to me that there's nothing, there's not any numbers or anything. I'm just double checking and I can't see anything. So am I being silly here? But I think what I'll have to do is not use this swatch chart, unfortunately, and then just swatch out the colours on this piece of paper. So I'll use this side and try and keep it as you know, colour family as best as I can, I think. So that's the swatches finished, and I'm really impressed with them colours. Look at that silver and gold, if I can just get it to catch the light. They are so unbelievably pigmented. I think I could get away with going over that white maybe one more time now that it's dry. Now I have just double checked the price. I know I would have put it on the screen earlier on, but I've got them here on my Amazon, and £34.99 with a 20% off. I don't know what that works out at. 20% off at the minute for them 60 colours, which I think that's brilliant. For a set of 48 it's 25, and the delivery's for tomorrow as well. The set of 48 looks slightly different than, yeah, they look slightly different, but I'm assuming that they are the same thing. So yeah, I'm going to start a colouring page with these now. I do want to pick out a couple of the turquoise shades, and I'm going to leave out the gold and the silver. So we'll leave out that one as well. And I still, while I'm waiting and while I'm sorting this out, I'm going to drop a little bit of water on it, or quite a bit of water. I might as well properly test it. Leave it there just for a second. While I'm doing this, I do want to see if it runs. I have just put a lot of water on, to be fair, as well. So the turquoise is all here. Right. Do I dare rub it now? Oh, oh! Look at that. Well, proven wrong. You saw how much water I put on that then, and this is not watercolour paper. That is excellent. That is brilliant, because now you can use these before you do a background. So, oh, I need to zoom out. I picked out this page because it's got some thicker lines that I thought I'd give it a go. That's why I picked out the turquoise shades. But I'll also do a little bit of this one as well, because it's a lot more detailed, to give them a really, really good test. So far, I'm really, really, really happy with them. The colour selection is lovely. It's a lot more, are they mauve colours? Like, you've got a couple of really, really bright, intense ones. I would have liked the bright and intense ones not to be in this set, and then do a separate set for really, really intense colours. Because they've dried beautifully them now, and I am going to test as well, all these tests, what colour pencil is like over the top. I think that would be quite neat. So, while I was using this my little tester, let me just double check the colour. I'll just do a little section just to show you. That one might be a little bit dark. Perfect, perfect. So, I think what we'll do is that section at the top, and see how thick I can get the lines. So maybe if I start here and carefully just trace over them lines, and the fact that it's got the brush tip makes this 10 times easier. So in my opinion, if you was looking for a decent set of acrylic pens, and even these are water based as well, they're brilliant. I wish I'd found these sooner, actually. Well, the next big one is the pencil over the top. What I'll do is just put a decent amount on my little swatching piece of paper here, then I can test it on there before I test it on my actual colouring page. So you can get pretty fine details. I mean, you can't get really, really thin. Well, I suppose you can, but you'd have to be really careful. And look how easy that was. What did that take? 15-20 seconds to do that whole section. I'm really, really happy with that. Really happy with that. I'm going going to put a little bit of this silver in her eyes. Why not? Just a little bit. That is incredible. I've been using another liquid chrome pen. Oh, the light's not going to catch it. Right, so I've tested that one out. I will finish that off in my own time. And then we've got this Hannah Calzon page that I'm really curious at trying. So what should I pick out on this one? Maybe these little details in the centre of the flowers. So I'll pick out a nice purple shade. Let's test this one out. Yeah, that's a really lovely lilac shade. So they've got the pastels perfect, I think. Absolutely perfect. So it's just little circles that I want here. And I will just be really careful and try and see how fine. I mean, you can get them really fine. But just take your time. That's what I'd say. And I think with a little bit of pencil over the top of that, just to define it a little bit more, will look brilliant, as long as pencil works over the top. So I'll pull out a couple of different brands just to test. So I've picked out two popular pencils, one Prismacolor and one Polychromos. Quite opposite colours as well, so I think that it will be a pretty good test. Now, just do a light hand and see how we get on. So it's laying over it. Let's do a medium pressure. And let's full pressure. So it does work. The pencils do work. Now let's try Prismacolor. I would say a softer pencil works a tiny bit better. And then full pressure. So you can see that they do work beautifully underneath pencil. So let me just test. Let me see if I can go over the top of this. So that shows up even better. Now let's try the yellow. Yellow doesn't show up as well on that one, but it shows up better on the green. Now, have I got a white pencil to hand there? I should have. Yes, I have. I've got a Derwent Chinese white. White shows up beautiful on both of the colours. So far, I'm super impressed with these markers, and for the price of them as well. I'd just be interested, and obviously I can't really test that in this video because I'll be wasting so much of the product. I'd be curious to see how long they last, but they have got a good weight to them, so that's me thinking that they would be filled up all the way. You are getting a good amount for your money, and there's a good selection of colours. There's two things that I would wish that they would be different. I do wish that they'd just have a number on here, a numbering system, so we can match up with the swatches. That would have been nice. Otherwise we're probably going to have to put stickers on the pens, which isn't ideal, and it does take a lot of time when you've got this amount of pens. And the other thing is another set but brighter colours. I would love a selection, even 30 colours, 20 colours of really super bright pens, that's what I'd like. And even a set of metallics, considering how nice the gold and silver is in this set. If they manage to pull off like a metallic, like a galaxy set with purples, pinks, shades of blacks, greys, that sort of thing, oh, that would make me one happy lady, one happy lady. But I will leave in the description the link for you to buy these. I recommend them. I do really like them. I just wish that they had a name or a number. Markers need to be stored horizontally. Yep, so I've already spoke about that. You're better off just keeping them in the container that they came. It's quite a sturdy box, you know, so you'll get away with that. There's no reason to buy a separate pencil case just for these pens. I'm not going to do anyway. I'm just going to keep them in here. But let me know in the comments, are you going to try these markers? I'm still shocked that they are water based and they've not ran. You saw how much water I put, practically a quarter of that pipette in with water, and it's not ran. So I'm over the moon with that, over the moon. So if you are interested about seeing this page and then my Hannah Calzone one done completely, then watch out for my finished pages for this month. But yeah, I'm absolutely thrilled with these. Absolutely I can't speak. I'm sure I said that I will leave all the information in the description of this video. I think that's everything. So thank you so much to Lightwish for sending me these pens and thinking of me. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.